Greetings, family. This is Bomani Tayamba, and we're live on Revolutionary Camp, and we're in beautiful Ethiopia, and I'm with my wonderful sister Jennifer, and she's going to introduce herself to you, and we're going to talk a little bit about a few things. The main thing we're going to talk about relationships from a black woman's perspective. Give a quick introduction about yourself, and we'll get into it.
Greetings. I am Jennifer, and I was born in San Diego. Did spend some time in Ghana. I lived for a year in Ghana and traveled many times to Africa and do my best to bring back other African Americans and just really help make that connection to our homes. So,
Excellent. So using Ghana. So using Ghana for a year and a half.
yes, a year for a year.
Well, yeah, excellent. So while you were in Ghana, did you see any difference between, you know, the men in America and the men in Ghana as far as this, even the social conversation or this dating or this networking?
Did I see any similarities?
Similarities and differences, or what is the big difference?
Similarities, I'd say, in that culturally, like hip hop has a very far reaching influence. So most brothers in Ghana were quite knowledgeable about African American music and um, um, kind of current events. I'd say, in terms of the circle that I hung out with, they were more conscious people. So, in terms of their awareness of Pan Africanism and um, African liberation, they were very much felt part of that struggle. And so I'd say that probably unified us. And I met, good people.
Excellent. Now let's talk about the dating scene and how you see men there in Ghana as far as relationship versus brothers in America, regardless of wherever they're from. Do you see any cultural difference as far as how relationship works, marriage and things like that?
I'd s- uh, I say it depends on the person, right? Because some people are raised in very conservative, traditional families, right?
Right?
Whereas some brothers I came across had very progressive views of what a woman's role was and what she should do. And yeah, I'd say I don't know.
You're just sharing your views and the way you feel, so it's all good. It doesn't. It's no right or wrong. And don't worry, we won't let anybody attack you or harass you. Yeah. But one of the things that I've been sharing a lot is I have a few brothers that's looking to repatriate to Ghana, and some of them have basically have told me that they're not looking to get married or not looking to have any relationships in America. They just want to move to Africa and they want to connect into that traditional family and get married with a sister on the continent. Yeah, and I wanted to find out from you how you see that. Do you see it as them just getting away from or neglecting black women in America, and just saying that they're or do you feel like it's just something that they're doing based on they wanting to just be more in a in a cultural country and build their family based on the cultural layout as our ancestors, which is more like communalism and just family oriented.
Um, from the brothers that I know personally who moved to Ghana to marry Ghanaian women, I'd say most of them went to marry traditional women who stay home and cook and clean, and um, I'd say they went to kind of enjoy that machismo, really, which is not really happening in the U.S. so
Alright.
much. Sisters are not really like eager to carry your bags and cook for you and clean for you. I mean, I'd say we still do. That's what part of it being in a relationship is give and take. But so that's just kind of interesting to me. So I know brothers who have done that. Um, yeah,
And what about the
did I answer the
sisters?
question?
What about the sisters? Because some of the brothers that are, they're just basically saying that's what they're
Oh,
looking to
okay,
do.
okay, yeah,
And I want to
yeah,
know if you know any sisters that have, that did the
absolutely,
same move as the
yeah,
brothers, and also if a brother or a sister make that move, are they saying that the black
okay,
men and the black women
okay,
in America are just like
yeah.
that bad that they don't want to have anything to do with them, or is it just that they're looking for certain things that is more, more popular in the African culture?
Yeah. Well, I guess if a brother says he's not, oh, he's over American women, then then that's how he feels, right? But I would say that prioritizing the black family is honorable to me. So if you're moving to Africa to do that, then do that. I'm moving to Africa to do that, so
You gonna find your nice Ethiopian man?
do that. I mean, I'm open to the universe. Just
She's just
someone who
open.
prioritizes the black family and the liberation of African people. So,
I get you. It's about nation building, right?
indeed.
Right, absolutely, and that's what all of my energy in life is about: repatriation, which equals nation building. Because when you return to the land of your ancestors and you're connected and you're building families and we're working together, that's straight nation building. What we're doing in America, I have no idea what that is. There's continuously broken families, and not saying that you can't have good relationship and build a family in America, but it's like it's not like we're in control of our own lives. It would be a difference if outside forces weren't impacting how we have terrible relationships, and now when certain things go down, we're in court fighting for children and different sets of people trying to fight for a child and then put other one in child support and then things being more about just money and things like that. I just see relationships completely different in Africa.
That
And
interesting. I hate to cut you
sure, no,
off
you go ahead.
because I know I have a good friend who we actually used to date 10 years ago. He's now been divorced twice, but he's getting dragged through the court for child support and not being able to see his child, and so very similar to what I see brothers in the U.S. go through. So I wouldn't say that it's not happening in Africa. And this is a Ghanaian who married a Ghanaian.
Right. Traditional Ghanaians usually they usually do it in the chieftaincy based on the community. The community usually work on those issues. So not saying that it's like completely different from America. I'm sure things happen, but as far as just the average situation and how people resolve issues, it tend to be more families come together. Two sets of parties sit down and they talk about how can we make keep the family together, or if it's not working, how can we just peacefully separate and things like that. And I feel like if we're being judged and being counseled by our peers and our community, that's respectable. But when we have other people that have set up a system to where you're working out your difference in the system, which is based on you spending money in the courts, you're getting lawyers, everybody's getting paid through that system, and it's just, and then whoever have to take whatever class on being with a better parents and things like that. It's just a continuous amount of just things that are being done to where you basically your bad relationships is fueling the system of oppression. It's kind of like when I talk about how we work hard on the plantation, we make that $2,000 to $5,000 every month, and we give it back to the system. And so it just goes into things like that. And I'm not saying that to everyone that's listening that Africa is perfect and things like that, but we're looking at a situation where you just get tired of a system, judging you and treating you a certain way, and it not doing anything to elevate or benefit you. It's just to use and exploit you. So my thing is I'm reaching out to my brothers and sisters to see how they feel about relationships on the African continent and how they feel compared to what's going on in America, and see if they see a big cultural difference. So we just been really talking about it, and it's always good to share with your brothers and sisters your views and how you feel, because a lot of times we get into certain conversation, but there's no consciousness to it as far as solutions and nation building and how this affects. It's just like people go back and forth, and it's a bunch of name calling about man, woman, this, man, woman, that. So I'm trying to get into the science of things and link it with a culture.
Give thanks.
Give thanks. So share some views on some of the things I've just talked about, and how do you see those things?
I think it's important for people to connect, and so if you connect with someone and you're able to, develop a bond that develops into a relationship, then more power to you whatever continent you find that on, I guess.
That's perfect. Now, in a situation where we hear about about sisters, complain about some of the men, and things like like a lot more men are feminized, a lot more men are not stepping up to the plate and being responsible men, to provide and do certain things. And what are some of the solution for some of these sisters other than getting with another sister?
I don't know, but if you find out, let me know. I'm just saying, be
I,
positive. Yeah, I try to be positive. I work on myself, I work on my peace. I try to maintain positive relationships with people in my community, in my cipher, and connect with people who have similar values and goals, and just keep each other energized, because I feel like but the American injustice system, was not designed for us. So it makes sense that it doesn't serve us, because it's not supposed to do that. So
right.
I think being in America is like, it's insanity. So any movement to get away from there, I think is the best move for our spirit. I think our spirit, my spirit at least, why I keep coming back to the motherland, it just feels at peace here. It's peaceful. Not that there aren't challenges, I mean, in the economic system, I'd say it's hard for brothers to, well, maybe it's harder for brothers in the U.S. to get ahead than it is for brothers on the continent, right? Because it's still kind of a patriarchal system here, right? Whereas in the U.S., men are more emasculated, women are more educated, black women are more educated, so it's kind of it's hard to find someone on your class level that you can connect with. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and like, it was a great point you made about the system in Africa versus system in America, and that's what and that's what the African continent is. It's man or male dominated society or continent, whichever way people want to look at it, and it's a situation where I compare when I go to airports in Africa and see who's working and see what the men are doing and what the women are doing, and when I when I'm in Atlanta, I'm seeing what who's working what jobs and things.
More
And I tend to
gender.
see in Atlanta you're going around, almost most of the people working there you're gonna see are just women, other than like if you look on you look out and you'll see brothers are working the bags or flying the plane or fixing the plane, but you have more and more positions that are just are being pushed off more to women based on who is doing the hiring. A lot of times you have a brother doing the hiring, or a white man doing the hiring, or a white woman doing the hiring. The preference is going to more than likely be the black man is the last on the totem pole. And people might say, where do you get your research on? Where you see? I'm basing things on experience and having a lot of friends and talking to a lot of friends about these deep conversations. And when you deal with the African continent, most countries, especially like Ghana and Ethiopia, what you're going to see is that most of the positions are being given to the men, and the society want the men to work, then take care of their family. And so you have those differences and things like that. So, and that's why it's important for us to step out of our boundaries and reconnect to the ancestral land, so you can really see how other things operate and not just feel like the way things are in America is just how it is in the world. And and if you see how black men are, that don't think that is that just because you see certain type of black men in America, that don't just see like that's all black men around the world. The culture in America affects a lot of different things, and the same thing with some of our sisters. The culture tend to affect them a certain way where you have a certain outcome. So, my thing is just it's all about repatriation. It's all about us just coming together and be able to just fix our own problems and build better relationships to where we're not just wasting resources. Because if we get married and then we divorce and then we have children and we're going back and forth, it just kills the aspect of us really doing the things we need to do, which is building family business and really just setting a good example for our children. So let me know if you'd like to share some or anything else before we close this session.
Well said. Ditto.
All right, family. So you take care, and once again, family, visit our website africafortheafricans.org to join a journey of a lifetime to the motherland. And yes, family, we're pushing repatriation all the way to where we look to this connect with more and more people. That way we can offer you many options to live and do business in Africa. And remember, family, we have your back. Click on that subscribe button and we'll keep you posted with all of the video details. All right, family, take care. Keep it strong.